We still don't have heat, but it's not really freezing.
But we do have power.
But we have what?
Power.
Yes.
All right, what I'm doing is I'm using up the rest of the celery. Celery's starting to get a little limp. And I'm cutting up the tops and everything. So what I'm going to make is chili out of it. And this is our Ninja. The Ninja.
It's just a mini. We have a big one, but it's just a mini one.
This is the mini Ninja. Yeah, I'm gonna pull back the leaves on these.
So what's going in the chili?
Celery. I'm even gonna put some carrots in there because there's a couple of little carrots left. It'll help clean up the fridge a little bit before we go shopping. All right, now.
We like the mini one better than the big one. Don't you think so?
Yeah, it's easier to clean up. It's got one chop button. You push it. That's it. I'm going to let it go through one more time. Okay. If there's any big pieces left in it, which you can see there, it chops it really nice. So if you want to make coleslaw or anything like that, this works great.
So it's like a work day here today. I'm doing laundry and dishes and cleaning.
I'm just throwing together some chili. We had some frozen tomatoes from the garden and had to thaw them out by putting them in the microwave and cooking them for 3 minutes. And then I took the tomatoes. If there's any big pieces of celery, I can pull them out and put them in with the...
Show them the knife you love.
This one here. It's a copper knife. I got it at Big Lots.
It's like $5.
I think it was like $5 or $6. And I'll tell you, it's probably the sharpest knife I've ever used. It stays sharp. And any big pieces of celery, I'll just put them in with the last of the tomatoes. Ninja them up. Okay. So put them right back in.
Are you going to put that beef in it?
Yes. We have to cook the beef down first.
You can put it right in the crock pot and cook it, dear.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is...
He knows that.
After I thawed them out, I give them a little squeeze to get some of the water out of them. I know that's juice. After they've been frozen, it's pretty much just ice and water. So what I do is I drain them off. I leave them soft like that. And I don't even bother to peel them because the Ninja will chop them up into its own juice, and it'll puree the skins, which has got all the lycopene and everything in it. So just let it go for a minute. It'll shut itself off after 1 minute. And then it takes the puree like this over here. I know it looks kind of pink right now, but once it starts to cook, it'll redden back up.
And of course we'll add chili powder, probably garlic, right?
Yeah, I'm going to put a lot of flavoring in it. I want to use up some of I'm going to peel a few of the onions that we grew. So right now we're
cleaning out the fridge a little bit, so.
Yeah, so we can get ready for grocery day.
Right.
And I want to clean up the fridge a little bit before we do that. Which will most likely be Friday.
Yeah, usually what we do is, usually on Fridays, I call it my garbage day. I'll go through the fridge and throw out anything. And then, but before that, we try to eat up anything. Because we do eat a lot of fruits and veggies.
All right, see how that made a beautiful puree after 1 minute.
Yeah, it looks good.
So you just hold the blade of the Ninja.
Ouch.
And shake it down in. I'm going to wash these carrots and I'm going to leave the skins right on the carrots too, because there's a all your vitamin C in it is in the skins.
So a lot of cooking going on here.
Cut my hands off and the tips off. Chop these up really fine. I don't want big chunks of carrot in there. I just want little pieces.
So he's over there cutting. I think my peace lily died. I'm
Did it?
sad about it. Well, I repotted it and put them back together because I had divided it, but we'll see. Had nothing to do with the cold. It was sad before then, which is unusual for a peace lily. But I'll try to revive it.
Carrots in there.
Here's my peace lily. Okay, it's drooping down. Usually that means it needs water, but it's been like that even after I watered it. So I'm going to see what I can do for that baby.
All right, carrots are in there. I'm going to go get some onions, and
Where's the onions?
they're in the garage hanging.
Okay. I'll
'Cause
put
I
this
always
on
hang
pause.
our potatoes and onions in the garage where it's cold,
Yeah.
and it makes a good cold cellar.
Well,
for the
actually,
winter.
while he's out there, I'll show you my African violets up here.
African violets.
Yes, I love African violets. They call it the poor man's orchid. But actually, my sister raises orchids. But I have one that's flowering. My son has natural green thumb. His flowers and plants are just beautiful. He sent me pictures this morning. Got 29-year-old son.
If you
That
get in
was
these
flowering.
onion bags,
Yes. Whoops, I'm sorry, guys.
keep them because they make good hanging for your onions in the winter.
So we don't actually have any heat on right now in the house, and it's good. And
No, it's
warm.
70, about 74.
Yeah, it's
75.
not that cold. I mean, first day was the coldest for some reason.
Well, it's been damp too.
Yeah, just now it's raining, so it's damp out there.
That'll be enough onions for it. Pull that back shut. Hang these back up where it's cool. And they'll last right up until like February like that.
Yeah, we've even kept bananas in the garage before. They turn black, but they're pure white inside. But that's in an upstate New York garage. So, don't mind my walls. We gotta paint.
I have garlic out here too.
So, yep, we're waiting on this. And part of my plant shelf. I'm always moving everybody around.
I'm just gonna chop up the garlic, onions, and carrots all together.
Okay.
I like my garlic, so I'm gonna put 2 whole cloves in there. That'll be more than 2 cloves, but it'll be
Yeah, I like
2
garlic
whole
too.
garlics. Because we love our garlic.
I used to make garlic sandwiches and just eat them.
We don't have to worry about vampires that way.
No. No vampires.
Okay. Apples and carrots also last good out here.
Yeah.
As long as you have your windows closed off or there's no light, you'll see a big difference.
Oh, there's no light. They need no light.
It's
Okay.
got to be a dark, cool garage. Not freezing, and not warm either.
We're going to be doing a lot more gardening compared to we're not doing animals anymore.
Well, we might, but not right away.
Not like, well, yeah, not right
like
away.
we did.
Not right away. We have no animals right now. No cats, no dogs, no chickens, nothing now. Everybody's been adopted out.
Because if something happened to one of us where we had to be in the hospital, there's nobody to take care of our animals.
Right. We had to...
We had to make that decision.
And most of our animals came pretty much from a rescue situation. And it was easy because we had easy because people wanted them. So it was easy. So...
Not that we
We
didn't
didn't...
feel bad because they're gone, but
Well, we still have stray cats around here, though.
Yeah, but they're not ours.
No, they're not ours.
And I don't have to worry about.
And I haven't seen Red in 3 or 4 days, which I was getting worried about him. But see, I won't feed.
I don't know why you're worried about him. He's fat as a pig, and he must be taking care of himself pretty good.
Well, what I do is I don't feed. I put it. Clay taught me feed him in the morning, bring it in at night, so you don't get the wild animals. And I haven't seen him, so if I don't see him, I can't really. If I leave a dish out and he doesn't come, I got to bring it back in, or I'll have raccoons and skunks and rats and
You
who
don't
knows.
want that problem.
No, so if you do decide to feed an animal, that's what you got to do.
Get my little thing here.
Well, we had Donnie for a long time. That was stray cat.
That wasn't our cat either.
No, it was a girl. She came around for a long, long time until the dog came, and then
And she took off and never come back. She didn't like the dog.
no, she left. She opened the door, but
I normally would take the first layer of onion off this, but they're so small I don't want to waste all the onion. So I'm taking all the skin off it.
like Clay has a doctor's appointment, and like it's gonna be probably a 5, 6, 8 hour deal. That one, and plus we're
No,
retired.
they said about 3 hours.
And if we try, well, we have to go an hour there though, hour and a half there,
Yeah, it's got to be an hour there.
and an hour and a half back. So there's 3, so there's 6 hours at least, which is fine. I just take it like I'm gonna be having a good day myself. He's got to get a heart test.
I think I put me through a stress test. It's all part of the
It's just a test.
diabetes
There's
stuff.
nothing wrong with him. It's just a test.
They did a sonogram on my heart, and they said it was fine, but they wanted to do the whole, seeing that the the insurance is taking care of it.
Because when if you have diabetes, it affects the whole system. So it's better to be proactive than reactive.
They like to go through the tests.
Yeah. So you want to be always proactive.
As
There's
long as
nothing
they're-
wrong with Clay.
As long as they're willing to do the tests, I guess I am too.
Yeah, his wife makes him do stuff. I made him go to the foot doctor this year too. I said, I don't do your feet anymore. You got to go to the foot doctor. So, because I love my husband, I take good care of him, and he takes good care of me. That's why he's helping me cook, because of my rest, right?
Not only that, she likes my chili better than hers.
Truth. Mine is spaghetti sauce, spaghetti sauce, black beans,
I'll tell you.
hamburger. His is like celery, onions, carrots.
Let me tell you something. I went to work when I was working driving tow motor back in the day, and Rusty was still living home.
That's our son. My son, but he's our son.
It's our son.
Yeah.
I was still living home, and she made chili which was a nice gesture. She made chili.
Look at his smile. Yes.
And I came home and sat down and had some supper. And I'm thinking, what's going on with this chili? It doesn't taste right. And I didn't want to hurt her feelings because she went to all the work. And I said, did you put celery salt in it? Yep. Garlic salt? Onion salt? Yep. I said, you put the beef in it, and it's got the beans, the tomatoes. I said, did you put chili powder in it? Oh, I knew I forgot something. So we had bean soup, which was cute. I never forgot that. Her first real cooking meal that she ever did for me was a bean soup.
We've come a long way, as far as things that we've done. Well, I was a city girl and he's a country guy, so complete. And I wasn't just a city girl. I mean, I was like that girl that wore the leather coats, 15 wet leather coats, and not that I don't know if I had 15, but I had like shoes matching, purse matching, all that stuff.
And I went to school for the cooking.
And he went to school for cooking.
Because I figured, well, get out of high school, I'll be a bachelor, I'm going to need to know how to cook. Plus, my mother always taught us all how to cook for ourselves. And when shortly after that, I got married.
I went to school too. I went to a vocational school too. I didn't go to college, and I went for printing because my dad owned a printing company.
But I also had to teach my first wife how to cook because all she knew how to do was boil hot dogs and make box macaroni and cheese. We lived on that for a long time because she didn't know how to cook. And I had to teach her how to make lasagna, and we were eating lasagna all the time because it's the only thing she knew, and I had to teach her how to make a pot roast. And she learned to cook after a while, so I didn't have to. I just thought the story with Ruthie with her chili powder was a good one. Yeah, I probably could put some of those dried peppers in there too. I could ninja them right up with it. What do you think?
No.
You don't want peppers in it?
Mm-mm.
They're not hot.
My belly.
They're not hot. They're the ones we hung.
They were hung from the ceiling with care in hope that St. Clay would soon be there. Well, it's up to you.
I need a couple of them.
Like my light bulb because it's so dark in our
I
house.
can ninja them right up with this stuff.
We.
I just have to
Oops.
take the stems off them.
Yeah. If you want to. I learned my lesson. Clay used to be at work and I used to chop vegetables all day while he was at work from the garden and the auction and stuff. And one time we had hot peppers. It was like, nope, never again.
Well, they get right into your skin.
Oh,
if you
yeah.
don't
No, I don't do hot peppers.
I chopped up some jalapenos.
I love them, but I don't chop them.
Because I was going to pickle the peppers. We chopped a lot of, and it showed because my hands were on fire.
Yeah. And if you touch your eyes, and
Well, you never touch your eyes, and even after you've washed your hands, because it still had the remnants.
And I have to give kudos to all you people out there that do these ghost pepper things and all that. I'm way past that. I love hot stuff. I mean, I love hot stuff, but my stomach these days doesn't take it like it used to. So I can't do that as much. Spaghetti sauce even gets to me, the acidy stuff.
These will be a lot better if they were larger.
Yeah, they're like little baby onions. They'd probably be good like those sauteed pepper onions.
These are the last of our onions.
Yeah. See what retirement does for you guys? My son always is jealous. It's like he's like not even 30. It's like you guys get to stay home all day.
Yeah, you'll get it someday too.
He just got back from Niagara Falls. They went to the New York side. They like
That's
it
because
there.
you can't go to the Canadian side.
They sent me pictures
COVID
and
and
stuff.
everything.
They like it there. I didn't realize how close it was to us.
What, Niagara Falls?
Yeah.
It's quite a ways, but it's still.
So it's like, and everybody's getting ready to vote here. Whoever they're voting for, try to vote if you can.
A lot of them are voting early.
Yeah, a lot of people voting early.
I'm going to vote the day that the
Yeah.
voting booths are open.
Yeah, we want to make sure everything goes good. We're just going to go right in person.
Yep.
That's what we're going to do.
I have to stand in line for an hour.
But there are some older people and things that can't vote. That maybe they...
Well, that's why they have.
We're talking to Mama. She's like 90. We're like, you can vote this way. But she might even go into the polls. It's hard to say. I'm not sure how she's going to vote. As far as going in or whatever. So everybody's getting ready for the vote around here. There's signs all over town. And it's interesting to see what, the stuff. But
One more little onion.
we even had some rioting in the town we're going for his doctor's appointment. I just saw that too.
Yeah, but we're going to be on the outside of the.
Okay,
city.
that's good. That's good.
And when it starts getting colder, you're probably not going to see so much rioting.
Yeah, that's true too. But anyway, times we live in, huh? A little
That's
crazy.
the way it was last year when they were all rioting and everything in the streets. As soon as it got cold and snowing, they all gave up real fast.
Yeah, they didn't riot here last year, but this year they did. I think they tried to riot last year or something, and it didn't work out or something. I don't know what.
Yeah, because it got cold and they didn't want to stand out in the cold.
Yeah, we heard that. We heard something about they're trying to organize something or whatever, and then that was the end of that. But we don't.
They couldn't get enough people to stand out in the cold.
Yeah, we don't get involved with any of that. You know, we just hear about it. So, you hear about it on the news. Like you all do too, I'm sure. Oh, there it goes. Cutting the garlic.
That was kind of dark. I don't want that. This one didn't. Oh, that's dark too. These are some garlic that we bought. Makes a difference. I'd like to grow some, but we didn't put any beds in. That's dark. I have to go get another garlic.
Oh, out in the garage?
Yeah, that was all dark garlic. Looked like it was starting to go bad.
And when we go to the
The ends off it. And then
when we go to the what do you call it?
auction.
No. When we go to pick up groceries, I had to take this old yucky sweater thing and put it up against the door because we got to buy another draft card. You know what I mean? So, cleaning. So if you haven't gotten your draft cards yet, which we usually have them, but the dog used to chew them up if we left. But we put one on the front door. But if you haven't gotten your draft cards yet, if you have an old sweater, you can roll it up and stick it next to the door.
Or a towel, or
until you. And then
just see if we get any garlic in the fridge, because that depending how long that garlic. That's some of that we bought from the store. So.
Then if you're like me, you take those old rags and wipe the floor down.
Well, there's an onion too.
You're finding all kinds of goodies in there, huh?
Yeah, I'm not finding any garlic though.
The garlic's in the garage, isn't it?
Yeah, that garlic. I just saw.
There's no more garlic except the chopped up stuff.
Yeah, there's two of them here.
Oh, okay. Oh, what was that?
A1 sauce.
Oh, the A1 sauce. Yeah, we also talked, in our other video we talked about that we were going to buy a new stove. We're going to probably we're thinking about buying a new refrigerator, even though it's really not that bad. I mean, nothing's wrong with it, but you want to buy a new refrigerator before you lose all your food.
Well, that refrigerator and that stove are over 20 years old, so.
And somebody else could use the refrigerator for whatever around here, and the stove is usable too. It's just that you get to a point where you don't feel like having them die completely. It's just not doing the stove is not keeping the temperature right in the oven. The stove works, it's just, but, everybody talks about saving money. Clay and I don't have credit card debt. We don't do any of that stuff. We save our money for emergencies, really. And we live just as good as everybody else. We just don't we spend our money without putting ourselves in a lot of debt.
If we don't need something, we can go without it.
Right. It's a little easier too, guys, when you live in the country because it's just a different way of life. I mean, just to be honest, in the city, everybody goes out to eat all the time. They run around more. They do a lot more in the country.
We still go out and eat.
No, we do, but it's just like, it's not like in the country, in the city, everybody feels like, what's for supper? Let's go to McDonald's. Let's go out to eat,
I don't consider going out to McDonald's something.
They go out to eat. I mean, from my living in the city more for dinner rather than make something at home. It's just because it's just a different way of life. Not right or wrong, just different. Country people, it's just different. You have to cook all your meals or you'll starve out here.
Well, I'd rather have home cooked
What
meals.
happens is after you cook all the time, you get better than the restaurants, and so you hate to pay to go out to eat because you feel like, gee, you know what I mean? We like to go out for fish, and we like to go out for Chinese.
Yes.
Everything else is like
We do cook Chinese here too, but it's,
right, but we can make. But I mean, we do go out to eat, but it's not. It's not like we'd rather do other things now because it's just because it's more fun to cook it at home. I think now for us.
losing half my garlic.
Oh, guys, I guess we're getting to the end of the road of the video.
I still got to ninja up this and get the beans and everything out, and some spices.
So
And I can cook that down, let it cook down for 4 or 5 hours, and
Yeah.
for supper.
yeah,
Wanted to get it started earlier, but I had to go to the bank and everything.
so that's what's on the agenda today at the Popel House, Popel Backyard Farm, which will be doing more gardening and stuff
now I can.
and other stuff. I love the smell of garlic. Oh, I love it. Do you love the smell of garlic too?
Yeah, I love the taste of it too.
Okay, guys. Remember,
Big or small, you too can be a backyard farm. Do some home cooking.
that's right. God bless.